Hi everybody, my name is Jennifer and this is my WalkAway story. I was raised as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. In that religion, you are taught to be politically neutral. No voting, no saluting the flag, and no serving in the military. So when I was 28, I decided to leave that religion, and as a result, I am shunned by my friends that I've known my whole life and a lot of my family, including my mother, who has not spoken to me in 13 years. When I left, it was scary. I didn't have a support system since everyone was in that religion. But I had some coworkers, and there's a quote that I like that says, "Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear." That has really proven to be true for me in a lot of my life. So I braved on. I now realize that that religion is a cult because you're not allowed to question anything. They control every aspect of your life using fear and manipulation tactics. They control your friends, your entertainment, your clothing, and even the shunning. I know right now we're in a political group and I'm talking about my religious background, but I promise at the end it'll make sense. Anyway, in my new life, I really wasn't interested in politics, but I met my now husband in 2008, and since he was really interested in politics, I started paying attention. Obama's campaign was in full swing by then, and we were captivated by his charisma and his speeches. He made great promises, talking about his new healthcare program, and how if you liked your doctor, you could keep your doctor, and how if you had pre-existing conditions, it wouldn't matter. That was appealing to me because I have MS, and so we ended up voting for him as a family. We got married in 2010, and my husband was laid off a month after we got married. My husband's a college professor, and that's a career that you think is layoff proof. You think maybe a factory job or a warehouse job, but surely not a college professor. But we had to learn the hard way. It was tough. So we felt betrayed by Obama because my husband lost his job and we also lost our health insurance as a family. And we still now to this day owe $8,000 because of the healthcare mandate. My husband still doesn't have health insurance. This president who initially gave us so much hope left us feeling disenchanted and disgusted, and we felt stabbed in the back. As his time in office progressed, I became more and more enraged. ISIS continued to attack us, and he did nothing. When the mass shooting in San Bernardino occurred, he called it workplace violence instead of radical Islamic terrorism. Our economy continued to wane, and I felt hopeless until 2015 when a new candidate was on the horizon. Enter Donald J. Trump. His appeal to me was that he wanted to put America first. He wanted to keep us safe. He promised to bring jobs back to the U.S. He respected our veterans, and he wanted us to thrive. His approach was different than the typical politician because he wasn't a politician. He was a businessman who, yes, had some challenges in the past, but he was able to rebound, and he was now a billionaire. If he could do this in his personal life, what could he do for America, I thought. Since he has been in office, he has done some amazing things. Yet, the media likes to call him a racist. But let's look at the facts. Not only has he given us the lowest unemployment in the last 50 years, but he's also given us the lowest unemployment for African Americans and Hispanics ever recorded. He signed the First Step Act, which provides prisoners early release on good behavior. This ends mass incarceration and reduces mandatory minimum sentences. This crime law was originally written by Joe Biden and Bill Clinton in 1994. So Biden and Clinton wrote this law. Trump frees a good portion of the African American community in jail for minimal charges, but Trump is the racist? They got it wrong. In 2018, Trump gave $360 million to historical black colleges and universities, which was $32 million more than Obama. If he hated minorities this much, why would he keep doing things that benefit minorities? This racist insult has been used over and over again. They said it about Bush, they said it about John McCain, and now they're saying it about President Trump. Another thing the media likes to say is that Trump said there were fine people on both sides in Charlottesville. As usual, they aren't giving you the full quote. The full quote was, "There were fine people on both sides, but I am not talking about neo-Nazis and white nationalists. They should be condemned totally." He continues to condemn racism, calling it repugnant, evil, but the media keeps going with he's a racist narrative. And this time it is so important that we research everything and not just rely on Google. We should use different search engines, reputable sources, and verify the information of which we base our opinions. Back in the day, there used to be integrity in journalism. Now it's biased, grossly inaccurate propaganda. I started this video talking about my Jehovah's Witness past. I left it because it was a cult. They didn't allow me to question things. They only gave me one line of thinking, and when I refused to sign on with that, I was discarded and shunned. They wanted to control my thinking, my behavior, my relationships, and my life in general. People stopped being my friends simply because I thought differently than they did. Jehovah's Witnesses have a lot in common with the left. Liberals use fear and manipulation tactics for votes. They are insulting and bullying people into voting for them. When I think about how I left one cult and joined another on the left, it makes me shudder. I am now free to think for myself. I have a curious mind and I like to learn. But most of all, I love truth. In closing, I would like to say that I really tried to talk myself out of posting this video. But it's important that we speak up because there's only one side being heard. Another reason I felt compelled to make this video is because I am a minority. I am Hispanic of Puerto Rican descent. My husband is black. The media likes to say that conservatives are only white. There's an awakening going on in this country right now. There are a lot of conservative voices that are black, brown, and every shade of the rainbow. I am finding out that people don't know the history of the Democrats. They don't know that the left was the party of the KKK, slavery, and opposed civil rights in the 50s and 60s. I just want to encourage minorities and Americans in general to speak up and research. Find out if what you know is really the truth. I would like to also bring something up. Traditionally, minorities hold conservative values dear. We believe in God. We believe in the family being the cornerstone of society and the sanctity of life. We believe that hard work pays off, and whatever you put your mind to, you can do. Those are conservative values. So why are we voting on the side that is trying to give everything away for free and taking God out of everything? Something to think about. If you're watching this video, you're on the side of compassion and kindness. We are patriots who just want to see America thrive. If you feel like I do, please push through the discomfort and just make a video. It helps people feel unified. It helps people see the truth, and it gives us hope. There is an awakening in this land, and I ask you to pray for this country, pray for our president. Oh, I'm getting emotional. And pray for a continued awakening in this land. Thank you, Brandon, for starting such a beautiful movement. Thank you for listening to my story. Sending love to you all.